Hey there. I'm making a video about, I'm seeing a lot of them. Bear with me here as I try to get my thoughts together. Those of you who've known me for a long time, I do sometimes get to the point pretty quick. A lot of the times I have to sort through what I'm trying to say and how I want to say it. Just starting these is the theme of this video. Very much like my first video that was uploaded over 158, 57 days ago. Something that the YouTube Studio app was telling me. Anyway, just starting. And maybe even talking about consistency and setting goals. And sometimes your goal is too high, your bar is too high. And something that I hear a lot at work, a few different things I'll bring up, is lower the bar but have consistency. Sometimes it's not about how quickly you can get to that goal, but are you consistent at trying to reach that goal? And that consistency of trying to reach the goal hopefully does this, and it rises towards meeting that goal. Because if you have a goal that's too high and your consistency is very sporadic, you're not reaching your goal. And then make sure you know, another thing that I hear a lot at work is, to what end is your goal? To what end is this thing that you're doing is actually doing? And is it benefiting? Who's benefiting and how someone's benefiting from it? Because in my job, a lot of people have a lot of goals that don't necessarily articulate the consistency portion of reaching that goal, but they say, hey, there's that metric or there's that target, hit it. And sometimes you can hit that goal and hit that metric, but is it the actual thing that you're trying to hit? Your intention behind that, it needs to match up with what you wanted out of it. And what I want out of YouTube is to be able to come here and have an outlet for this deep thinking mind of mine, this broad yet vast and deep understanding of the world, and try to explain a few things that I'm doing in my life in my terms, in my way, that gets this out, and that I'm not continually looping in my own head. So, this is me defining my goals in this video for doing YouTube, to what ends, and setting the bar and making sure that I have a clear understanding of what consistency I want. And for now, that's just starting. And the consistency is less than 120 days of uploading in between videos. Ambitiously, a video a week. I don't think that's going to happen. Realistically, a video a month. It doesn't take very long to pull up the camera, pull up my phone, which this is being recorded on, pull out my Insta360 camera, and it's an older version, but it's still a less friction way. But the most less friction is this: pulling up my phone, hitting record a video, rambling on for a little bit about whatever topic that I want to talk about at that moment, and upload it. My next video I'm going to do is going to be some highlights from my 4th of July and going and seeing the Enumclaw 4th of July parade. I thought that would be kind of a fun, random video to throw up. But from there, it's going to be more this, head talking or vlog style videos. Going over what's going on in my life. Going over what I want to do, what I want to accomplish, and some of those things include my business, some insights I get from therapy and my healing journey. And that kind of also leads into I'm a believer, and I believe in God, and Jesus died for our sins, and that's my point of view. I'm not here to push, but to show what that does in my life and how my faith affects that. And that leads into what I want to do for my life and my kids and my family and leave a legacy. And part of that legacy is building my business, building a home for my family. I live with my in-laws, and those of you who know me personally kind of already know what I'm planning, but I'll kind of gradually go more into that as these videos go on. But I want to build a house for us, and the business also is interweaved into that. And one of the biggest things I'm doing out here now, aside from filming this video and getting started, is continuing to work on an overgrown yard. And the way I look at this is a good analogy for just starting, because if I just started sooner at keeping this yard up with my current house, and it would be a lot less work for me now trying to get it on the market to sell it, to get the capital to build a house for my family. It's all a lot of just starting, a lot of taking the time to, I don't even know if I want to use the phrase or the words prioritize, because we all have busy lives. We all have our own responsibilities we got to take care of, and our own things we want out of life. But not starting the goal, the thing, not starting the thing. Stop consuming so much. This world is turned into the capitalist society it is because we have allowed it to happen this way. And you can argue with me on that in the comments, but we all have fallen victim to just the meism out of the capitalism that yeah, I'll just stop there. This has been a rambling of a guy who's trying to start YouTube and come along for the journey. I'll get more into the yard work that I'm doing, the house I'm remodeling to put on the market, the goals that I'm trying to reach for my business, and how I'm starting to get that off the ground. And this is part of that, huge part of it, not all of it. And not all of this is going to be about my business, because like I said, it's about me putting myself out there and getting things out of my brain and onto something that is creative. And that is something that I can just easily do by pulling up my phone and uploading, and I'm circling back again. So here we go. Come join me.